Welcome back, everybody. This is Glockman4519. I am back with another ROM overview. This one here is Cyanide. It is for the Nexus 6. This is going to be a longer than normal video again. I am also recording this with my Apple iPhone 6. I'm trying to use different formats. That was the one that I used last time. That's my GE X500 digital camera. Um, but I wanted to use this one this time. I tried screen record on this and it does the recording okay, but for some reason it won't let me access the videos when I'm done. So I'm going to go ahead and go this route. This is going to be a long video, guys. This is one of the most, this is, I would have to say, the most customized ROM that I have ever flashed on any device ever. And I'm going to touch on every single aspect of the ROM and its customization features. So bear with me. If you don't like long videos, move on. Find somebody else's videos. I'm sure they're short enough. They probably will not give you as much information as you're going to get from my videos, but it is what it is. We're going to go to About Phone. I'll let you guys see this is Cyanide for Cyanide Android development for the Nexus 6. This is called Detoxified, and it is Android version 6.01. I am running the stock kernel, which is Shift kernel. And the build date on this is May 4th. Yeah, it's May 4th. So it was just released not too long ago. I'm trying to keep this as still as I can keep it, guys. I'm not even going to get into the developer options like I normally do because there's nothing there except for your Android debugging. You definitely want to turn that on. Everything else is in the custom settings, all of it. So that is what I'm going to go to. That is what I think most people are going to want to see. And if I don't, this video is going to take forever. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Now this is the Cyanide mods, obviously. And the first setting that we come up with is the advanced sounds. And like I was telling you guys, even your display and your sound settings are in the Cyanide settings. The custom settings. So that's why I figured we just go right to this. First one up, your camera shutter sound. You've got charging sounds, display tones, emergency tones, all that. Your safe volume, headset, that's all there. Screen locking, vibrate on touch. This is where you're going to find all of that. It is in the advanced sounds. Now, if we slide to the right, that's going to take us into the animations. We do have the 3-finger gesture. I love that feature. What that allows us to do, if I can do it one-handed here, is to take 3 fingers, slide it down, and it takes a screenshot. I use it a lot, so I do definitely love that feature. You can disable animations. You have your IMEs, your list views. If you guys like to set up a list view animation, to have your, as you're scrolling down through a list, have it, pop to one side or whatever. That would be how you would do that. You have your interpolar scrolling animations. I've been waiting for this for so long. And finally, we've got a ROM that's got it out. So I've got to set up fling velocity at about 1850. I usually like to go up into the 1900 range, about 19.5. 1900 will do. And then my scrolling friction, I usually set that at about 20. That will allow me to just zing through really, really long lists without any problems at all. And you have your over-scrolling effects, all that, distance, bounce, stuff like that. I don't usually mess with that. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get through a list really fast in my scrolling. And it also smooths your scrolling out. I know a lot of other ROMs put in that scrolling cache. This is scrolling animations. It's completely different. I remembered this from the, from the mods, the exposed modules. But it's actually incorporated into this ROM. So good job, Mr. Rogers, for throwing that in. We do appreciate it. Um, let's see. You have your system animations, toast animations. Your toast app icons, and then of course your text, your toast text color, and you can actually color that if you want. There, if you guys notice all the colors that I have in this, again, I said at the beginning, I do not have a theme set on this at all. And I set the colors up deliberately to be wild because I wanted you guys to see just what you can do with this ROM if you want. Okay, let's scroll to the right. All that is just going to give you some basic battery information on that. And I was booted into a different ROM trying to get that video to upload. And then I booted back, so that is why that's showing that. Another thing I want to bring up real quick, guys. I had a comment before about battery life sucking on one of the videos I did. You cannot go by battery life by continually watching that as I do this video. Because number one, this is up at 100% brightness, and I've got a lot of programs running in the background and so on and so forth. So, I have all kinds of different apps loaded on this for testing, which would be probably a lot different than what you would have. So everybody's devices are going to be different. All right. Backlight enabled. You can shut that off if you want. You have your hardware keys, nav bar. You can turn them on or off if you don't want to run them. I didn't see any fling gestures with this, so I don't know. But I mean, there are just so many settings on this. I could have just missed it. You can reorient. Then of course you have your ringtone volume, your volume key answer, and of course your wake up device. We're gonna slide to the right, which is going to bring us up. What was that? That was buttons. That's going to bring us up to dashboard. Of course, you have your column count. I have mine set at one column right now. You can set it up for 2 or 3, I think, or up to 4 actually. I think that's going to be a little cluttered. You have your font style. You can switch. Of course, you can turn your switches on or off. I have mine on. And last but not least is you can color it. And through my display on this iPhone, it's not really showing the colors popping as nicely as they do on this AMOLED screen, but I guess that's what, I don't know what to say about that. Next over is going to be floating windows, and these are the options that you can use for floating windows. You can, if you enable that, you can turn on Cyanide Actions, Gesture Anywhere, and Quick Settings, all to open up in floating windows if you so choose to do that. Slide to the right, we are now into the interface. Interface, you've got your app circle bar, and anybody that is unfamiliar with that, it is a very simple app to use. I love it. You turn it on, you pick some apps to include in it, which I've already done. You click OK. You set your trigger width. I like mine nice and wide. Then you want to set your trigger position. And then all you do is touch the trigger, and it brings up this little circle. And the only apps that are in this circle are the apps that you actually put in it. It's a nice little shortcut. Now I'm going to turn it off because I don't want to use it. Same way with the app bar. It's exactly the same thing, only it is a bar. Instead of it being a circle, it's actually a bar that you can scroll through. I'm not going to show it, but it's exactly the same thing. Then you have your expanded desktop. You just pick and choose an app, what you want to actually expand completely. That's where you would do that at. You have your Gesture Anywhere, your Identicons, and then of course you have your PI, or your Paranoid Android Pi control. If you guys want to use that, you basically turn it on. And I have mine set right here, I think. Come on. Well, it's not going to do it. Let me see. Gravity. Oh, okay. Left. So I would hold it right there like that. Come on. Dang it. There it is. All right, see that you guys can tell I don't use pi. So, but anyways, there it is. I'm gonna turn it off. And next up would be the slim pi. If you guys use that, I want to make sure that my trigger options are on the left-hand side here, real quick. It's left, yes. So let me go back and I'll show you what that looks like. Come on, pi, turn on. There it is. And that would be your slim pi settings. Okay. Let's go back and let's see here. That's it for the interface. We are going to slide to the right, which brings us up with the lock screen. Then you have, of course, you have your alarm settings, your bottom shortcuts, which are just basically your calling whatever you're calling your camera. You can change that if you want. Then you have your charging current to show current on your screen while you're charging if you want. Then the circle shortcuts, that's, I'm guessing, your center shortcuts, because when you open it up, it is exactly the same. You know, customize by picking out, you know, which ones you want. Now, I don't use it, but, you know, I was playing with it a little bit. I actually don't like the way it's laid out. But that's just me. I'm not used to having shortcuts on the lock screen. I like my lock screen to be as clean as possible. And that's just the way I roll. So, but anyways, then of course you have your clock on there, your clock size, and then your custom colors. And again, I mean, this is the theme throughout: colors, colors, colors. And I'm looking at the display on this again, and I hope the video shows justice on this, because I mean the colors are just awesome. The kernels, the shift kernel that is on here is working great. It's pulling all the depth of the colors out. And I haven't had one issue with this ROM yet. I just love it. But those are all the different color settings that you can do: alarm, clock, date, indicator text, icon, owner information, and weather tint. Then you have your date, date size, device policy override, double tap sleep, all that, font, you name it. You have your music visualizer, cover art, all that. Your power button, torch, status bar, clock and date, wallpaper. It's all there, guys. Slide to the right brings us up to notifications. Of course, you can turn on to have it notify you when your battery's fully charged. You have your breathing notifications and custom colors. The custom color media background right now I have never, but all you have to do is enable that, like say always, and then these you can go down through and pick any kind of coloration you want. Background, text, icons, clear all icons, it's all there. Come on, go back. Next up would be your force expanded notifications, then heads up, immersive mode messages, of course your less frequent notification sounds, shake to clear notifications. I tried that. It didn't work for me very well. It could just be me not being used to it, because I don't use that feature at all. Never. Of course, here's your notification settings, you know, to change that around if you want. Then you have your notification manager. This is going to be your do not disturb access, stuff like that. App notification, notification access. That's going to be where that's at. Then that brings us to, scroll to the right, to our power menu. This is going to be where you turn on your advanced reboot, animation rotate, background dimming value, and on and on and on. Oh, customize. This is going to be where you can add or remove items from your power menu. So I'm just going to let you look at this real quick. I'll actually pull in on a little bit more so you can read it better. And then I will scroll up and let you guys see. These are what all you can put on your power menu. Now, also, let me see, where is it? You have your on-the-go alpha settings, show on lock screen. Then of course you have all of your colorations. The other thing I wanted to show you was they have an animations. I actually have mine for rotate right now, and the way that works is if I try to bring up my power menu, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'll go. Isn't that cool? I just did. I thought it was a pretty cool feature. So okay, we are done with the power menu. I did show you guys that you can color everything on that too. Next up is going to be quick settings. Of course, you have your type. I have mine set up as panel. You customize, arrange, and choose tiles on the display. These are the tiles that I chose already. And this is what I have not chosen. So, I mean, the list is just endless. These are the kind of ROMs I like, guys. You know me, the more choice, the happier I am. Even if I don't use it, it's the idea that we have choice. And I just love it. Let's see. Next up would be your cyanide actions. Those would be for your cyanide custom buttons. You get to choose what you want to do with that. Advanced location details, you know, auto collapse, brightness slider, custom colors. Again, it's crazy with the custom colors. But I love it, you know, that like Resurrection Remix. That is something I think all ROMs should give you an option to do, and that is to color your ROM. Nothing I hate worse than to have white up in my status bar. Let's see. You have your detailed Wi-Fi, enlarged first row, number of tiles, quick pull down, smart pull down, and of course your vibrate on touch. Swipe to the right. We go to the recents. Clear all button. You have your clear all location. Clear all task icon colors, backgrounds, cyanide logo. Yep, that's cool. I want to try to clear some of this out here. No, I don't want to shake it. There, see the cyanide logo there? Seems like when you get a lot of things in the upper in your status bar that you lose a lot of the where are we at recents? You end up losing that. So I mean, it's just the way it is. Where were we at? We were at the logo. Yeah. Then you have your font style, hidden apps, immersive recents. I have mine set for full screen. That's the way that is the way I like it. I also like my memory bar showing, and of course there is your screen pinning, and that is off. You do have the option to run a search bar if you want. I don't like the search bar, so I don't have it on. Then you can the option to shake to clear your recents, and then these are the settings for the recents bar. You can actually color them to be what you want. That is where you would do that at. You know, like your free space and your not free space and all that, your use space. And then of course your texting. Then you have your immersive recents options, which means you can throw a clock on there, you can have the date showing, and you can color all of it. You also have your Omni Switch recents to choose from if you want, and Slim recents down at the bottom if you guys like that Kit Kat style where it's all on the side of your phone and more like tiles. You can use that. It is there. Slide to the right. We are now into our status bar settings. That is going to bring us to our battery bar or our battery cut options. I have mine turned off because, as you guys can see, I'm running the 3-minute battery mod. I will say that when I first started to ROM up, before I started going deep into doing all the customizations, as soon as I loaded 3-minute settings from the Play Store, I got a battery icon up there. But about halfway through all my customizations, I lost it. So I ended up several reboots later with it not coming back. What I did was I just loaded the app that you get well, I can't think of it now. I'll show you the app. And what it does is it gives you the offline apps. And here's your battery bar settings. I didn't want to take up much time trying to think of what I wanted to tell you, but I'll show it to you. Uh, for those of you that like the battery bar, like me, these are the settings for that. Um, you have your carrier label, clock, Cyanide logo. You can switch colors and all that with that. That's how I have it set up. Expansion view, network icons, network traffic, random settings. Man, I just get lost in this thing. You've got your 4G switch, alarm indicator, all that, battery control, disable force close notifications. You guys can see them. That's your random settings. Then of course you have your ticker, user icon, and multi-user switch. Oh, okay, yeah. And then, of course, you have your weather temperature where you can set that up. I still haven't been able to get the temperature to come up in my status bar. I'm sure it is something that I am doing wrong and not the ROM. Let me know in the comments. But, like I said, that is not a deal breaker for me. There are so many mods on here. I'm happy as all get out. Of course, this is your system app remover. I highly recommend leave it alone unless you know what you're doing, or at least make a backup first before you get in here and start taking programs out. You notice how quick that list scrolled? That's that modifier that I showed you back a while ago. Wake lock blocker, if you guys use that, that is where it's at. And now we're down to weather control. This is your clock widget weather, where you can set your weather up. And like I said, I have it set up. I have my location in there. It should be showing. It isn't. Again, I'm sure it's something that I did somewhere in another setting. But then you have your lock screen weather. Yes, I want my lock screen weather to show. Colored. I just want to make sure everything's on here. It is. Oh wait, I wanted to show you, okay, no, I'm sorry, my bad. Desk clock, weather, this would be, of course, your weather widget. Then, of course, your clock widget, these are the settings for that, and your calendar events. And guys, that is it. That is Cyanide Detoxified for the Nexus 6. Now, what happened was, well, first off, I wanted to show you that app before I forget. I'm going to go into my ES File Explorer, and I'm just going to show you the app that I'm talking about. That would be under mine. Very important. It would be... trying to think here. Oh, I know what it is. It's the 3-minute resources. If you go to their website and if you go to the 3-minute website and download their app called the 3-minute battery resources APK, that's the one I'm talking about. That will give you your offline batteries, and you should be good to go. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to take you to the XDA thread, and I wanted to kind of show you a little of what was going on with the ROM and do some explaining, a little bit anyways. I have so many that I'm subscribed to here. I got way too many devices. Android 6, it should be right at the top. There's been a lot of people posting. Right here, VR Toxin. Basically, what happened was VR Toxin quit developing. I'm not going to get into the whys, okay? Things happen. People grow. Life goes on. So what happened was Rogers B11 stepped back in. He was the guy. This was the man that brought us cyanide to begin with. And of course VR Toxin for the Nexus 6. What he did was we're going back with cyanide, is basically what he decided. So, um, I didn't want that. So anyways, what we end up with is, and I'm going to show you guys so you can see, it's a Dropbox account. And the easiest way to download this, I'm going to tell you guys right now, because I gave up Dropbox back when they started charging for it. I went ahead and downloaded Dropbox again, and then it was very easy to download. You're going to want to get the this build right here, the one that was only 36 hours ago. That is going to be the Cyanide V4. And that's about it. I will give you the links to, not this, but I'll give you the links to this XDA thread, and it's right at the very top. Right there's your downloads. I suggest you go to the last couple pages and read up. That way you guys can find out if there are any bugs that you don't want to deal with. I think that's about it. Again, guys, this is Cyanide Detoxified, and it is for the Nexus 6. I hope you guys liked the video. Sorry it was so long, but this is a very, very highly customized ROM, and I want to be thorough. So if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And I do want to thank all of my subscribers, and I will see you all on the next one.